Leadership, that is my word for the day. And there are 1,000 different philosophies and practicalities as it relates to leadership and how you should lead and manage your teams and your families and your mission. And I think the number one thing that gets left out or forgotten when we talk about these philosophical conversations and concepts around leadership is the leading and the managing of ourselves. If we can't manage ourselves, we will struggle to manage and lead teams and families and movements and visions. So I want to ask you a question like I do all the time on these word of the days. How are you managing and how are you leading yourself? Are you responsible for the energy that you bring into your space? Are you responsible for your attitude? Are you coming in optimistic and curious and ready to impact and influence with excellence? Or are you showing up frustrated and overwhelmed and bringing in all your bias from the weeks before and the months before about why this isn't going to work and why the organization, the family, the mission is falling apart? We need to get right with what it is that we want to create and manifest in our life. And if we don't, it's going to be really hard to move the needle forward on it. So how are you managing you? How are you leading you? Are you managing your attitude, your energy? Are you managing yourself and your productivity? Are you managing it in a way that you would score yourself fairly high? Or are you managing it in a way that you might score yourself not very high? In other words, not managing at all. And I wouldn't blame you. It's hard to lead. It's hard to manage. It's hard to have a lot of people, family, friends, teams, count on you to manage them, that we forget that we need to manage ourselves before we can manage anyone else. So give yourself some love and give yourself some grace and give yourself some compassion as you work on and think through how you want to show up today, tomorrow, this week, this month. Have a good one, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.